Hello there, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, my name is Kisiwa and I share content on study abroad and scholarship opportunities. So if you are interested in this kind of content, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and turn the post notification on so you don't miss any opportunity I post onto this channel. Now, to my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for coming back to yet another exciting opportunity. Today we'll be looking at a scholarship for international students only who want to study in the United States. So the scholarship is for master's, professional degree, doctorate degree, and postdoctoral studies. So for master's and professional degree, you will be receiving 20,000 US dollars. For doctorate degree, you will be receiving 25,000 US dollars. For postdoctoral research fellowship, you also be receiving 50,000 US dollars for your studies in the United States or outside of the United States. So let's get straight into the details of today's video. Today's scholarship is brought to you by a group of women who have come together to fight a common goal. And the fight is for fair pay and economic opportunity for women. That is gender equality. Now, the association is the AAUW, that is the American Association of University Women. It was established in 1881, so it has been in existence for a very long time. And their aim or mission is clearly stated here. Now, let's move on to the scholarship that they have for international women who want to study in the United States or outside of the United States. Okay. Now, the AAUW's International Fellowship Program, which is a scholarship we're looking at, promotes education and equity for women by investing in international applicants who will be pursuing postgraduate studies in the United States with the intention of applying their expertise, professional skills, and leadership in the context of their home country. Now, in addition to this, up to 6 awards are available to graduate women international members for study in any country other than their own. The International Fellowship Program is specifically designed for women who are non-US citizens or permanent residents, with a track record of academic excellence and empowering other women and girls. The program has been supporting international women pursuing full-time graduate studies in the United States since 1917. So the program is purposely for non-US citizens and permanent residents who are women and will want to study in the United States. However, if you are part of the Graduate Women International and you want to study in any other country aside the US and your home country, okay, there are 6 awards available to members of this organization. And let's look at the list of affiliates. Okay, we're looking at the affiliate members of the AAUW. So the Graduate Women International can be found in all these countries: in Argentina, Australia, Austria, Bangladesh, Bolivia, Canada, Cyprus, Democratic Republic of Congo, Egypt, El Salvador, Fiji, France, Ghana, Great Britain, Hong Kong, Iceland, India, Ireland, and Northern Ireland, Israel, Japan, Kenya, Korea, Lithuania, Mexico, Nepal, Netherlands, New Zealand, Nigeria, Pakistan, Panama, Paraguay, Russia, Rwanda, Scotland, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Singapore, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Switzerland, Thailand, Turkey, Uganda, the United States itself, Zambia, and then Zimbabwe. Now, I'm interested in that of Ghana. So I want to know where this affiliate is located in Ghana and how I can probably join them or how to reach out to them. Okay, so for the Ghana, it is Ghana Association of University Women. If you want to reach out to them, they have their contact numbers and email address, the president, and any other thing you want to find out about them. You might probably want to join this association for future reasons. You can join them. You can also click on any of the other countries you looked at, and then it's going to give you details or contact details of the Graduate Women International in your country as well. But that is not our main focus for today. Our main focus is not for the 6th award for the Graduate Women International. Well, if you want to if you're a member of the Graduate Women International, you can also take advantage of it. Now, let's look at the award details for the scholarship we're looking at. So, international fellowships carry a stipend of 20,000 US dollars for master's or professional degree and 25,000 US dollars for an academic doctorate degree. The stipends are payable to fellows only and are disbursed in two equal payments at the beginning and the midpoint of the fellowship term. To be eligible for this award, applicants must be or identified as a woman. You should be identified as a woman. Applicants must be pursuing their first master's, professional, or academic doctorate degree. For example, master's and professional degrees include, but are not limited to JD, MFA, LLM, MAC, medical degrees such as MD, DDS, and etc. Examples of academic doctorate degrees include but are not limited to PhD and EDD. Whew. The third requirement is applicants must hold an academic degree and in the US or abroad. So if you are an international student, you earned a US degree or in your home country or elsewhere, and the degree is equivalent to the US bachelor's degree with a minimum GPA of 3.5 on a scale of 4.0, you are also eligible for this program. Then applicants must pursue their studies in the United States on a full-time basis at an institution accredited by the US Department of Education. Also, applicants must reside in the country of their studies for the duration of their fellowship period. Then, applicants intending to study in another country other than their own or the US must be member of the Graduate Women International. Lastly, applicants interested in pursuing postdoctoral studies are encouraged to consider the postdoctoral fellowship, which we will look at later in the video. Okay, so for your citizenship, you should not be a US citizen or permanent resident in the United States. Now, some factors can disqualify you from the scholarship program, and the first is if you're a member of the AAUW Board of Directors, you cannot apply for this fellowship. If you are also an employee of the AAUW, including paid and unpaid part-time or temporary employees, consultants, interns, and contract employees, you cannot be eligible, or you are not eligible for this program. And if you are part of the review panelists, you can also not. If you are an immediate family, example, spouse or dependents or children of individuals described in the point above, you are also not eligible. And lastly, if you were previously awarded this fellowship, you can also not benefit again from it. Now, for the selection criteria, I think the eligibility describes it, but let's still look at it. So, applicants must hold an academic degree in the US or abroad equivalent to the US bachelor's degree with a minimum GPA of 3.5 on a scale of 4. Scholarly excellence as demonstrated by academic records and achievement, recognition from peers, professors, and or institutions, and other forms of distinction. Then research or study that is original in design and will make significant contributions to the relevant field. Demonstrated commitment by one applying to expertise, professional skills, and leadership in the context of your home country. Two, supporting other women and girls through services in their communities, professions, or field of research. And visibility of research or study planned, the funding of those planned and the proposed timeline for their completion. Fellows' position on return to home country. So it means that after you're done with your studies, you will have to state somewhere in your study plan that you will return home to apply what you have studied here and to help with the mission of the association. Applicants pursuing their first international academic experience are preferred, and then applicants residing in their home country at the time of application is also preferred. So preference is given to these groups of people. That doesn't mean it is limited to them. Now let's look at how to apply for the scholarship program. So first you have to review the eligibility criteria to ensure that you are eligible. Then you click on the apply button, which is somewhere on this website, okay? And then you have access to the website and then you follow the instructions. This is the apply button. Then you follow the instructions provided in the applicant's guideline. Now if you need assistance, that if you're finding any technical difficulties, you can reach out to them through their email or through their contact number. Let's look at the application requirement. So you need a letter of recommendation, you need proof of degree, okay? That is your certificate. You also need your transcript. You need to convert your GPA to 4.0 scale if your GPA is not on a 4.0 scale. So if you know how, if you want to know how to do that, you can reach if you want to know how to do the conversion, you can reach out to them through the email and the contact numbers I showed earlier. You need a proof of English language proficiency, but if you have a written statement affirming that the applicant's native language is English, there wouldn't be any need for the test above. Also, if the academic transcript or diploma confirm one of the following: that the secondary diploma or undergraduate diploma is from an English speaking institution, you wouldn't need to write any exam. And lastly, if one semester of full-time study in the applicant discipline at an English speaking institution, you also need not to write any of the exams listed here: TOEFL, IELTS, and then Cambridge. You wouldn't need any of those. Now, proof of Graduate Women International membership. You have to prove that you are a member of them, okay? That is if you're applying to schools outside of the US. You also have to prove current enrollment. That is, you should have, by the time you're applying for this scholarship, gotten admission, okay? So you upload your transcript or list of courses or institution letters from the college or university in which the applicant is currently enrolled. If you're enrolled, you have to. If you have also submitted your application and then you are hoping to receive any response from them, you can also apply for the scholarship. So this is the application process. You can read through yourself. Now there is one thing about the scholarship: the funds that I mentioned are tax exclusive, and so you're going to charge tax on them. So the amount that will be paid to you will be after tax funds. So kindly take note of that. Lastly, the funds that will be given to you should be able to cater for your tuition, your fees, cost required expenses like books and supplies, as well as housing, food, and other living expenses, and including childcare. So that is what the funds that will be given to you will cater for. Now let's move on to the postdoctoral side. And for the postdoctoral research fellowship, you're going to be given stipend of 50,000 US dollars, and the stipend are payable to fellows only and are disbursed into equal payment at the beginning and the midpoint of the fellowship term. The postdoctoral research fellowship have particular field of study that you have to concentrate to be part of this program, okay? If you are studying outside of these fields, then you cannot apply for the scholarship or you will not be considered. So the disciplines are architecture and urban planning, biology, chemistry, earth and environmental sciences, engineering, geography, health, mathematics, physics, psychology and psychiatry, public health, technology, data and computer science, and then zoology. So these are the field of study to be considered at the postdoctoral side of this scholar program. For the for the eligibility is just like the other. You must be identified as a woman. You must be pursuing your first doctoral research experience. You must hold a doctoral degree such as PhD, EDD, DBA, MFA, JD, DM, and the rest, with a minimum GPA of 3.5 on a scale of 4.0. Applicants must pursue their research in U.S. on a full-time basis at an institution accredited by the U.S. Department of Education. There are a limited number of awards available to graduate women international members for postdoctoral research in any other country other than their own, which we've talked about. And applicants must reside in the country of their studies for the duration of the fellowship period. And lastly, applicants interested in pursuing master's, professional, and academic doctorate degree are encouraged to consider what we already looked at before coming here. Now, for the citizenship and immigration status, you should be non-US citizen or permanent resident. For the disqualifying factors, it's just like the other one we looked at, and for the selection criteria, it is also just like the one we looked at. Okay, so apart from the main details, I think everything is everything is just like you're applying for the masters and all that. I mean, how to apply and the requirement and all of those things is just like the ones that we looked at previously. Okay, so yeah. For this program also, the funds will be used for your tuition, your fees, your course required expenses like books and supplies, as well as housing, food, and other living expenses. Okay, now in participating in this program, postdoctoral research fellows are prohibited from pursuing a degree during their fellowship year. Once you are into postdoctoral research, that is what you should focus on. You are prohibited from pursuing another degree. If the association finds out, they will deal with you. They can withdraw the scholarship from you. Now, for the full-time requirements, you are required to devote 100% of your working time and intellectual effort to your research. As simple as that. As simple as that. So that is basically all for today's video. If you've watched till now, thank you so much. And if you haven't liked the video and you have watched till now, I really don't know what you're waiting for. Please give me a thumbs up by clicking on the like button. And you can also share to as many friends and family you think it will be helpful to. Now, last before we end the video, the application period is between September 16th and November 15th, 2024. And so please take note of this. Prepare your document and then start with your application as soon as it is opened. Thank you so much and see you in my next video. It's a bye for now.